my ex stole over $400,000 from me.
400?
$400,000 from me. She killed one of my childs because she couldn't get child support in the state that she was in. They had a cap on it, so she wanted to move to California. See, that's where all the girls go.
That's what California got
them
the
lawyers
laws
out there waiting on them, and the laws is a woman is innocent until proven guilty, and man is guilty until proven. And it's a good luck. And
Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to begin this lesson by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim, the sincere brethren that pushing this word of sincerity and in all truth. This is your brother Howard, back here once again to do a lesson, and hopefully this lesson will be edifying. And this lesson won't be long. Just touching, I was going through YouTube here and I just saw, this video just pop up on my feed here, and these women out there, and let's finish plate. Hopefully it will be edified.
Don't have no money because they're gonna extort you.
Yeah.
You understand me? Judges and lawyers knowing each other and all that, and I'm telling you, and these times, get out here, they probably having sex with each other, coming on and hitting your case down. You know what I mean? I done been through so much, bro. And to go through that and to have somebody that you done taken care of for years, she was a person that lost her job she'd tell everybody she was a CPA, but you was a CNA, a certified nurse assistant. That's the lowest of the low in the hospital, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But you want to tell people you certain things because you want to look a certain part that you really not. You know what I'm saying? And now you lose your job as that. You can't even wipe it right. You done lost your job wiping somebody. You ain't wipe it right. It still stink. You know what I'm saying? And now you lose your job. You finna become homeless, and you got two people you taking care of. So I end up getting her and moving her with me.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And helped her out and all this stuff. And this is how you repay me. I took the role of being your son father, not just a daddy, but a father.
Right.
I went in so hard, bro. I went in so hard to the point where I put them on my wheel. I had a meeting with my kids. I said, how y'all feel if I scoot y'all over? I scoot over a little slide and let somebody else get a little bit of it. And my kids are amazing. They're my best friends. And they was down with it. So I moved a little space over and added her son in on my mom. And you ain't even my son for real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow. That has to take a toll.
I put her in my will as well too. Yeah. You was just my girlfriend. You ain't even my wife.
I hope that still ain't dead now.
Yeah, man.
I hope that still ain't.
One time the dude told me. One time the son said, "You ain't my daddy." Now that's one thing you don't say to a man that ain't your daddy. Don't remind him that you ain't his daddy. You ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't remind me that.
I know that, but you ain't got.
I done fed you, took you on all these trips, giving you a beautiful life.
Yeah.
I ain't your daddy. I put you on my wheel, bro. When he did that, bro, I ran to my Lord.
Hey, and the scripture should be a father to the fatherless. In this day and age we living in right now. That shit that's biting in the ass. You understand that is biting in the ass. But we had to go forth and, obey what the scriptures tell us. You know what I mean? But the times we living in, things just turn upside down way.
Them to try to get that, you know what I mean? Because I felt like I was finna have a heart attack. Seriously.
That's
you know what I mean? So I've been through a lot, bro.
It sounds like a lot to just be the guy.
It
right?
is.
Like you, the heavyweight champion, you're the guy and all of this. It's crazy because I wrote this the other day. Yo, it's Big Ant, the spot.
Yeah, so as you could hear and see, Deontay Wilder, heavyweight champion, just his girlfriend, not even his wife, his girlfriend. So like,
Yo,
girlfriend Deontay Wilder says he put his ex and her son in his multi-million-dollar will. Right? Your wife tried to move As you see.
My ex stole over $400,000 from me.
Firstly, she stole $400,000 from him. Now this is a woman that he took into your house. I know any wife. He took into her house, she was gonna be homeless. She lost her job. And this is the thanks men does get, boy. This is the thanks men does get in this kingdom.
What? $400,000 from me. She killed one of my childs because she couldn't get child support in the state that she was in. That had a cap on it.
See, I did that. They and just as well, Yashua was saying in one of the videos I was watching yesterday. You know, he said basically, by we just beg every day to get, for the most time, to get delivery from out of this place. Because it ain't have no better for this kingdom to get. This place ain't gonna get better. The ones who was closest to you, they gonna get corrupted. Right? If you have Hashem, you shine over them. You know, because the scripture say if it's possible, they will receive the very elect. Now hopefully we are part of the elect. You know, so we already know what's coming. And hopefully we ain't being fault in that day and do nothing contrary to our salvation or my salvation. You understand? But in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 25, and I'll start from verse 13. It says, Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Because that was total outright wickedness. You see, gratitude, I'm gonna look up the word gratitude. Gratitude go a long way. You see? Gratitude is the feeling of thankfulness and appreciation for the good things in life, recognizing blessing from sources outside ourselves. And that explains everything that she went through and what she's supposed to have. She's supposed to have gratitude, right? She's supposed to have gratitude, and this is just a exhortation for you women out there. We come to bash, right? We living in the time to uplift, right? And as the scripture says, show my people their transgression. So in bashing, we is never bashing. Or we enlightening women, we waking up you people, you women, right? So I go read the definition again. It says, the feeling of thankfulness and appreciation for the good things in life, recognizing blessing from sources outside ourselves. Right? The son came and said, you know my father after you took in, you went on, expensive trips, but we went, designer clothes, the wife wearing designer clothes, you still come and steal 400,000. That in our life, that. And the system, they down for this. They down for this. It's just about money. It's just about filthy lucre sake. You understand? That was the system about, just about making money. But that is due to all evil, and that will be the this nation demise. Right? I'm gonna talk too much. It says, give me the plague. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. You understand? Verse 14. And any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of mine enemies. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I had rather dwelt with lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. This is what the scriptures say about the wicked woman. Not just the woman, you know, but a wicked woman. Right? Because it have characteristics of a wicked woman. So you had to separate, you had to know the difference. You have good woman, it have wicked woman. Right? So we ain't bashing all women, we're bashing the wicked woman, and there's a lot of them out there. There is a lot of them out there. Right? That is why when you had daughters as myself, you had to guide them and raise them in the proper way according to the scriptures. They are not exempted from the rod either. They are not exempted from chastening. Cut their ass. You understand? Verse 17. It says, the wickedness of a woman changed her face and darkened her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Right? All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. With a sinner, a lawbreaker. Right? It says, and this is what the scripture is saying about the wicked woman. Verse 20. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is the wife full of words to a quiet man. You know, a rowdy wife. And especially when that man humble, quiet, ain't saying nothing. That woman going to be rowdy. You could be hearing she mouth. You ain't gonna be hearing him out. She could be cussing. She could be doing the most. Right? But you know the most what she gonna do? She gonna do her part. And these are the characteristics that you women who listen to these videos, you shouldn't be like. You don't even get the idea of trying to be like that. But try to be like the woman according to the scriptures, boy. Right? The Ruths and the Deborah and Susanna and all these women. Right? Rachel, Rebecca, and all these women. Right? Sarah. The scripture say, as Sarah obeyed her husband, what scripture is that again? That is Peter or Timothy, boy. Let me see. Peter, yeah. First Peter chapter 1, First Peter chapter 3 and verse 6. I'll start from from 3. It says, whose adorning let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting the hair and wearing the gold of the or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornaments of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of the Most High of great price. It says, for after this manner, in the old times, the holy women, here are the separate women, not the women that the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's and all these kind of these women who teaching the other women to be sluts and hoes and bitches and horn your wife and the Beyonce's and all this shit. Not these kind of women, but the holy women, these set apart women from these women. Alright? It says also who trusted in Yahweh adorn themselves by being subjection unto their own husband, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters are ye? Whose daughters ye are? So like, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. And it goes on to say, likewise, ye husband dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessels. So you husband, we as husbands, we have a role to play also. You have to deal with them in a proper way, in a proper manner, right? Not rough, not like a lion, but deal with them with love, because it's your bone. You understand? It's your rib. So deal with them with love. Care for them, as the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Right? So if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do as a husband too, your prayers will be hindered. Alright? Going back. It says, verse 21, it says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, right? And desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. These scriptures don't need to be explained, right? Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to guard abroad, right? So don't give the woman and them I know men who, you allow your wife to go party. You understand? You allow she to do this, you allow she to do that, everything that is contrary, right? And when you giving her that leeway, she could be committing adultery on there, right? And adultery could lead to she getting pregnant or she bringing a disease to you. You see? The scripture say, if the right hand, if you left hand offend, you cut it off. And some brothers they're afraid to cut off, that wicked woman. You know what I mean? They're afraid to, probably because the pussy might be good, or whatever the case might be. But that is not you displaying characteristics of being a man of the Lord. Because you're studying the carnality of it. Cut that bitch off. Right? And have faith. If the Lord will provide for you. The Lord will provide a woman for you, and that's not even necessary. You understand? Anyway, let's get verse 26, the last verse. If she go not as thou wouldest give her, cut her. You see? Cut her off thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Let the bitch go. You understand? Let the bitch go. Stop trying to hold on to what is not. Stop trying to hold on to what is not. Brothers know themselves. This is for you. Stop trying to hold on to what is not. Be a man and let that bitch go. So with that, I give all praises to H.O.B, H.O.B, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And hopefully this video is edifying to the Lord's elect. Shalom.